Oh, you want to go
I'm going to sneak under.
It's great noise out there, isn't it? I apologize for that sound going out there. I told them not to stop working. No, no, no. Keep going. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. The mic on here. Can everyone hear me? Yep. Yeah. Great. Good morning and welcome to the groundbreaking for Mountain House High School. I'm Dale Hansen. I'm the superintendent of the Lammersville Unified School District, and I want to tell you that today marks another step in completing a vision for a pre-kindergarten through 12th grade education system in this community. A system that will be a seamless transition from every grade level for all of our students in our district. Today also marks a milestone for the community master plan, which calls for a high school when we reach 650 9th through 12th grade students. And we are getting real close to that, so we will be ready for that high school to open when we hit that number. We're starting a project that will provide the community with resources for adult education and year-round recreation in our community. Resources provided locally and under the guidance of our leaders in this community. Like any project of this size and expense, it has not been easy getting to this point. We've been able to manage through the complicated issues of state certification, county requirements, mitigation agreements, because of all the parties have had a common vision and a common goal to see this project happen. The Lammersville Unified School District has been an advocate for the community to have a state-of-the-art facility that will meet the needs of the students in our community. For the past 2 years, this district has completed an aggressive schedule in getting to this moment. We negotiated with Tracy Unified to release the educational services of our students. We passed an election for unification with overwhelming support. We elected a new school board, formed community committees to guide in our design and our curriculum for our high school. Completed the design in record time, in my opinion, for a high school that's going to hold over 2,000 students. We cleared reviews with the state agencies, California Department of Education, Department of State Architect, and currently we've submitted to the Office of Public School Construction the next step in securing state funding. With a little luck, a lot of hard work, we will open the site 2014-15 school year. There are so many individuals and organizations recognized here today for helping us get to this point. Without everyone's tremendous efforts, we wouldn't be here today. The Lammersville Unified School Board, Matt Balzarini, our board president, Michaela Vergara, clerk of the board, Dr. Cunningham, Ben Forbear, and David Pombo have put endless hours into making this happen. Our design team from Nicholas Melbourne and Rosetto are here today. Dan Rosetto, Wesley King, Steve Merck, Will Tyra, and I can probably name another 20, 30 people that have been on this project with that group. Our developers are here today. Our partners in this project, LDC Advisors, Jeff Lavoisier couldn't make it today. Ron Morgan is here representing LDC. J Mountain House, LLC. Lane Marceau, Dave Sargent, and Henry. I'm not sure if I'm missing anyone. Our partners in this project are represented here today also. Support from our state assembly member, Joan Buchanan. I can't say enough about her. This is a legislator person who I can pick up the phone and ask for help and I get a response back. There is no way we would be here today without support at our state capitol, and Assemblymember Buchanan has supplied that for our community. I don't want to forget our community, the outreach of the community, the participation by community members, all the emails I've been getting, when's it going to open, when are you going to start. Over 81% of the community voted for unification. We can't forget to acknowledge and recognize our community members and their desire for this project. And our latest team member, Turner Construction, here today. Harry Smith, Gary Rawls, and a list of other representatives from Turner's here that are going to make this project happen. And they're, I want to say they're on top of this. They're working as diligently as a contractor can with our architect to put this together. So I want to thank everyone for coming out today. As a representative of this district, I'm very proud of where we are today, and I can only see the future, and it looks really, really good. At this time, I'd like to introduce Matt Balzarini, the President of the Board of Trustees for Lammersville School District.
Good morning. On behalf of the board, thank you for being here. This is such an exciting day. I can't believe that it's here. We've been working diligently on this project for many, many months. And the leadership by Mr. Hansen has been incredible. The tenacity that he has to work through the issues that we have with this project has been incredible. So special thanks to Mr. Hansen. And as Mr. Hansen just mentioned, we've had so many partners in this project, and especially the community. In 2004, my wife and I were looking for a place to call home, and we stumbled upon this master plan community of Mountain House. And when we came out here and looked, we immediately fell in love. It was just Wickland at the time. The school wasn't even open yet, but it was something that we thought we could be pioneers with. We could get in from the ground floor and grow with the community. And we both knew that we wanted to be involved in the community. Didn't think then we knew how much we'd be involved. It's been a great road so far, and to be able for us to watch our house from dirt to be built was really exciting. But now to watch another 2 or 3 villages being built, and now watching the high school from dirt being built is huge. So I'm so happy and honored to call this place home, and I think that the people that have moved here as well have the same kind of dream. So I'm really excited. I'm excited for what the high school is going to bring. This is going to be the heart and soul of this community. Along with that, we have our partner, Delta College. I'd like to acknowledge Teresa Brown, who's here today from Delta Board. I think we're going to see not just a elementary, high school, we're also going to see a college program I think that's strong because of this. So I would, speaking of the community, I'd like to call Bernice Tingle, President of the Mountain House CSD Board, to come up and introduce her board and say a few words.
Good morning, everyone. I'm really excited about being here and excited about being part of this project that's getting started. This is an exciting day for Mountain House. Before I get started, I would like to introduce the board. Vice President Jim Lamb. Director Farron. And I believe I can say on behalf of them that we're all happy to be part of this. You know, Mountain House is a signature community. We're a master plan development, as was stated by Superintendent Hansen. We have quality homes, quality parks, quality police and fire, quality utilities, quality community service district and staff, quality elementary K-8 schools, which includes educators, staff, and facilities. The perception of the existing community here and future home buyers is that we would have a quality high school in place by 2014. And I can't help from that smile coming across my face because it's going to be a reality. We are pleased that this groundbreaking ceremony is making that perception a reality. The Lammersville Unified School District, Superintendent Hansen, the Board of Trustees, along with the developers, sees the opportunity to ensure that unification and this project became a reality for Mountain House. We will have everything within our town and our city limits that includes our quality high school that will one day be a signature piece. Our children are important. to the growth and development of our town, and they will not have to cross any major highways or arteries in order to get to school for their quality education. Our high school will allow our community to participate in programs and special school events. Mountain House is about community, and supporting our high school and the events and the programs that we have should become the focus of our entire community. And I want to say that again. When this high school is built, the programs and the events should become our community focus. Quality schools at all levels, along with high test scores and instructors, increase home sales, and it also increases our property value. My belief is that as this school is built, and just the idea that the school is on the way, that our home sales will increase. So on behalf of the Mountain House Community Services District and our Board of Directors, we are pleased to be part of this groundbreaking celebration. We celebrate the reality of building a signature high school for our signature community, Mountain House, California. Thank you.
As Mr. Hansen mentioned, we have a lot of partners in this, and we want to first off start by inviting Mrs. Ron Morgan of LDC Advisors to come up. LDC Advisors is a real estate and investment team who represents CalPERS, and they're an integral part of this project. Ron?
This is truly a great day for Mountain House. On behalf of CalPERS, I'm delighted to have the public opportunity to thank everyone who's worked many hours on the complicated quest for a high school. This high school will be an impressive facility that will serve not only the students, but their families and the entire Mountain House community. On behalf of LDC Advisors and CalPERS, I'd like to sincerely thank Dale Hansen. His tireless efforts make this high school a reality. And his negotiating team, Bill Christensen, Tom Barth, and Lisa Kaplan, who worked with us to make this funding happen. Special thanks also go out to Lane Marceau and the Shea Holmes team. Shea's commitment to quality communities is evident throughout the building community, but it's no more obvious than it is here in Mountain House. Thank you, Lane. I'd like to close with the enthusiasm we all feel here today. I'm honored to have participated in securing funding for Mountain House High School, and I look forward to ribbon cutting in 2014.
And with that, I'd like to introduce Lane Marceau from Shea Mountain House to come up and say a few words.
Thank you, Matt. And thank you for coming today to help us celebrate a milestone in the ongoing growth of Mountain House. Before I say any more about that, I'd first like to thank some important people. A lot of them have already been thanked, but I still want to repeat it if you don't mind. Superintendent Dale Hansen, the Lammersville District School Board, and district staff. Their combined efforts in getting this school designed and approved in record time was critical. If they had not moved so quickly, they might easily have lost the opportunity to secure $30 million in state funding. Speaking of the state, sincere thanks go to Assemblywoman Joe Buchanan, whose help with the funding process was invaluable. Kudos also go to consultant Gary Gibbs, who's here today, for his expertise in navigating us through the state funding process. Thanks definitely are in order for LDC Advisors, Ron, who you just met, and their expert liaison with the CalPERS group, who is actually the owners of Mountain House, which contributed significantly to the funding package that is making this school possible. And we thank the Mountain House Community Services District staff for their support for the high school project and their professional assistance with diverse issues. As part of the team that is building and selling homes here at Mountain House, I am obviously delighted with all community enhancements that strengthen the marketing appeal of this wonderful place to prospective homebuyers. Selling homes is our business, and our business is starting to see some good energy, and community improvements like the school at Mountain House have contributed to this market improvement. As builders and community developers, and as concerned parents ourselves, we understand the impact that high school or a high quality education has on a community. We saw it with Sebastian Quest Elementary, which so quickly became a magnet for the young families who understand and seek a quality learning environment for their children. Now we see it with Mount House High School, which will make that magnet even more powerful. I'm confident that under the leadership of Dale Hansen and Lammersville Unified, Mount House High School will sustain the excellence we see in our K-8 schools here and complement the opportunities Delta College offers for advanced studies. So I see Mountain House becoming known as the education community, and that's clearly a good thing for our families in Mountain House. Schools foster the friendship and social networks that anchor our communities. It enhances the experience of living that established residents of Mountain House are so rightfully proud to tell you about. It's an exciting time to live at Mountain House, and this high school creates another marker of a positive pathway of this community's future.
Once funding was secured, we went ahead and we hired Turner Construction to handle all of our construction of the school. I'd like to call Harry Smith from Turner Construction in Balzarini.
Well, I'll be very brief. Thank you. I just wanted to thank the board and thank Dale for putting their trust into Turner Construction Company. I'm really looking forward to. You've heard so much about the community and the team that has put this thing together, and I have an expression with our team is that building a building is the easy part. All the heavy lifting is already been done, and we really do feel like that. So again, I'd like to thank the board and thank Dale for putting the trust in Turner Construction Company. I wanted to mention NM&R, who's our teammate now moving forward. Dan, why don't your team stand up just so people can acknowledge you? So. These guys, those of us that have dealt with it on a repeated basis really respect the effort that team has done getting it to this point. The other thing I thought would be interesting, or wanted to mention, is one of the things we've tried to do here as well is done some community outreach with respect to local trades. Top Trade, for example, is coming right over the hill. So what we're trying to do as much as possible is generate employment out of the community, from the Central Valley and the Stockton area and over the hill. So I think that's important to keep that focus there as well. Just a couple of quick updates. We're currently about a week ahead on phase 1 work. The trailers are coming in over here in the next, they'll start coming in Friday. Probably take us a week or so to get the compound set up. The building bids for the first phase actually came in favorable. They were below budget, so that's good too. And I want to introduce one other person, Matt Heiser, the gentleman in the orange vest, is our project superintendent. Matt's going to be living in this trailer. He's our project superintendent. And when we talk about involving the community, I really do mean that. And so if there's an issue with dust, with noise, with something like that, I encourage you to come to the trailer, bang on the door and say, Matt, I've got a challenge here. I've got an issue. Can we talk about it? And so Matt will be instrumental in helping mitigate those types of issues. And then as we start to get something to really look at, I mean, we got 14 pieces of iron out here now, but once we do, we'll get some tours together and we'll get the students and we'll get them out here and really involve the community so you can feel part of pulling this all together. Thank you very much.
Financing had to go through the Office of Public School Construction, which is a state agency. I'd like to call Brian LePass to come up and say a few words on this. Thank you. It's really a pleasure for us to be here today. When people ask us what we do, there's a lot of paperwork and rules and things like that we have to follow. But days like today, seeing this, the beginning of this, is really what makes it all worth it for us. And to see communities like this, it seems like such a great place to live and raise your kids. And we look forward to seeing the completion of this school and being out here and it's a thriving school full of kids, going to school every day and having a great time. And from the moment that we've been working with Dale and his team, you can just see the passion that he has for this and how important it is to this community, and we're so happy to be a part of it. And we're going to continue to work with him through the funding phase of this, and I'm sure it'll be successful. And again, we just, we thank you for the opportunity to be here and to have a chance to say a few words, and we look forward to seeing this school being open, your community growing and thriving. So thank you very much. I must say I'm very excited, but I've also bring some disappointment today. I'm disappointed they redrew the assembly lines and we're losing Assemblywoman Joan Buchanan. Joe's been great with some of the struggles that we've had. She's supported the school district on more than one occasion, and you always have my vote. Before she comes up and says a few words, I would just like to, I think she's deserving of a round of applause. Yeah. She's been so helpful. Also, I can say education's near and dear to her heart. She was a past board member herself.
Thank you. I have a certificate for you, but I'm going to just take the liberty to say a few words. First of all, it was about 20 years ago today when Gary Gibbs and I, working on a different project, a project in the San Juan Valley School District, I was a board member there for 18 years, we wrote the first agreement in the state, developer agreement, to have developer-built schools. And that agreement became a model for all of the state of California, and it's why you're able to do what you're doing today in communities like Mountain House. It's been a tremendous success, and I just want to acknowledge the foresight and all the work that went into that. There were tough negotiations, but we ended up with an agreement that worked for developers, that worked for the school district, that worked for the community, and it's fun for me to come out here and see the fruits of work that was done that you never thought would grow into this. But to the people of Mountain House, I can't tell you how happy I am for you. I'm looking at Bernice and her smile. I met Bernice back in 2000. This was 7 or 8 when I was first running, and Matt. And this is a wonderful community. I have never seen a community where people love living here. They feel such ownership for the community, and they care so much about each other. You can just feel it at every meeting or event you're out. And the community is going to be successful because of all of you and the efforts you have. Now, having been on school board for 18 years, I know that you can't have a great community without great schools. There's just no way that happens. People move into communities in suburban areas because of the schools. And here in Mountain House, beginning with the Lammersville Elementary School District, you had the schools that had the highest test scores in San Juan County, and believe me, that made a difference. That helped you get through those really dark days, the beginnings of the mortgage crisis. And having the high school built and connections with the community college just raised that to a whole another level, and it will get you to the point where you'll actually have a shopping center and be able to go to Safeway and buy milk and everything else, because I expect the Mountain House community to continue to grow. When I transitioned from school board to state assembly, I thought, well, my kids are almost all out of college, in college, I'm ready for a new challenge. Little did I know that our revenues would drop 20% 2 years in a row, and I find myself in a position of cutting budgets for schools, and believe me, I knew how much that hurt. But I used to tell people in 2009 that the best day I had in the assembly was the day we worked together, Dale, Gary, all of you, to get the appeal approved, to get the money for you so you could build your elementary school. And that carried me a long way, because you have the dark days, but there are times when you can help people in communities and make a difference. Well, this is like coming full circle to me. Dale, I'll share a little bit, called our office and said, Dale Hansen, I need you to tell the reminder that I'm the one that built the commercial for her. And I said, I know who he is, I'll never forget who he is. So we called him immediately, and we got on the phone with the folks at DGS and OPSC and DSA to make sure we could to have this happen. And I just want to tell all of you that I will never stop representing you. You know, I've got 2 more years in the Assembly. I hope to come back a couple years after that and serve in the State Senate. But Dale has my personal email, my personal cell phone number, as does Matt and others. And if you ever need anything, call me, because I love all of you. It's a wonderful community. It's going to get bigger and stronger, and it's always been amazing to me how you know you've been willing to do whatever it takes to make sure that Mountain House is special. So thank you very much, and this is a day that I know I'll remember. And even though I'm not going to be technically representing you when you have the dedication of the high school, I hope you all invite me back. This is really special. Hopefully you'll find a place in your district office to hang this in the meantime to remind people that we are going to have a high school in that town.
Is there a representative from Senator Berryhill's office here? Oh, very good. No, he couldn't be here today, but he sent a representative.
Hi, good morning everybody. My name is Shannon Daniel. I'm here representing Assemblyman Bill Berryhill, and like Assemblymember Buchanan, he also served 11 years on the school board, and he really understands the collaboration and the time and the effort and the sacrifice needed to go into seeing a plan like this to fruition. So on behalf of Assemblyman Berryhill, let me take this opportunity to congratulate you and wish you all future success.
I also wanted to acknowledge Bob Elliott, Tracy City Council Supervisor-elect. Thank you for being here today.
Just a couple of closing remarks. It takes a. We weren't finishing this negotiation very well, and we put together a team to help us guide us through, and heard the names mentioned by Ron today, but I also wanted to mention Tom Bart's here, who represented the district, Lisa Kaplan, Joel Kirstenstein couldn't make it, but they were instrumental in helping us finish our negotiations. And then I want to close with the last team, and it's the team of the school board. I have Roxanne and June and Alvina here today, and Noelle is running around taking pictures today. This is a pretty small team. This is a pretty big project. We're a very small staff acting like we're a big district. And so these people have put in overtime and extra time, and I need to thank them also for what they've done. Give them a hand. With that said, that concludes our little groundbreaking ceremony. We're going to have some ceremonial shovel digging out here. We want to put on some hard hats, but we're going to do a couple rounds because we want to recognize everyone. And we're going to have the board and Assemblymember Buchanan first round, and then we want representatives from the developers and the architects for another round. So thank you for coming out, and looking forward to the grand opening. Thank you very much.
Break the dirt, huh? Break the ground.
Mountain House doesn't have very good dirt. Thank you.
It's all worth it.
Yeah, okay. Next one.